I can do civil and criminal all at once. Schizophrenic before. Oh, Gary. Pasco called. I'll talk to you. All right. Clark Road Family Dividend Housing versus, is it Deschanay Baker?
Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning.
We do have two witnesses. Would you like them to remain there, or
Pardon?
where would you like my witnesses to come?
They can wait where they are.
Over there? Perfect.
What are we doing?
Okay. Your Honor, we've already...
I'm sorry, where am I supposed to go?
Right here.
Right here.
We're a little crowded.
All right. State your name.
Attorney Samantha Sprague, P81931, appearing on behalf of the plaintiff.
Your name?
Deschanay Baker.
All right. What are we doing?
Yes, Ms. Baker has already provided possession, so today was just an issue of money damages that were requested.
All right. And you're unable to agree on that figure, is that?
No, sir.
Correct. We do not have an agreement, Your Honor.
Not have an agreement.
Correct.
How far apart are the parties?
I haven't spoke with anyone from the property since I've turned my keys in, so I haven't been able to come up with an agreement from anyone.
Your Honor, if I
Go
may,
ahead.
the defendant has indicated that she has had habitability issues. It's my client's position that there was no habitability issues, and she is requesting damages in the amount of hotel bills that we did not receive, as well as, again, indicating a habitability issue. So we are very far off.
Your Honor,
Would you like us to speak in the hall momentarily, Your Honor?
I probably would, but hold on. What were you going to say?
Your Honor, I'm not asking for any money in return. I'm just asking for the charges to be
Here's where it gets complicated. The landlord claims over $3,500 in unpaid rent, damages, and fees. Breaking it down to the cent, even including $1.94 in utilities and $425 for cleaning and drywall repairs. But listen closely. Deja insists she wasn't even living there when most of these charges piled up. This is where landlord-tenant law gets tricky. If a property becomes uninhabitable due to leaks or mold, tenants can withhold rent only under specific legal conditions and with documentation. So far, the judge sounds skeptical. But what do you think? Should tenants still pay rent if their apartment becomes unsafe, or does the landlord's duty to repair come first?
Dismissed and for no eviction to be on my record.
Okay. I understand that last part. What is the total amount of plaintiff's claim?
Including court costs, it would be $3,055.63.
And ma'am, but the court's understanding you disagree with that because you weren't in the premises?
I disagree with that upon many factors. In the landlord's response to my counterclaim, it includes the statement that on August 6th, I denied entry to maintenance and they could see the fan because of the entryway. That is not true. I have proof that I actually asked management to meet in the leasing office to discuss my concerns, and the manager refused to meet me there. She chose to come to my apartment instead. This shows that I wasn't denying access to them. I was just asking to talk in a proper and safe environment to resolve the issues that I had, not only with just the leak and the mold and my pet dying in regards to everything going on in my apartment.
Majority of your claim, how much of that is rent?
$2,207.
I'm sorry, there was a sneeze. $2,200.
$2,207 for rent, $90 for the washer and dryer rent. Legal fees was $239.40. Additionally, there were unpaid utilities of $94.23.
Unpaid utilities.
Correct, Your Honor.
Okay.
And we do have the bills from DTE and consumers regarding that. And then, or I'm sorry, I think it's just DTE. And then the damages was the amount of $425. And that does reflect a cleaning fee. There was a secondary repair with the drywall due to tenant caused damage. And give me just a moment. And then there was a bulk fee where they had to remove bulk furniture from the unit after she moved out. And then there was also a replacement of the disposal system due to tenant caused damage.
Yes, upon me moving out, there was nothing wrong with the apartment. With me leaving, the disposal working.
Hold on, man. Were you in a hotel or not?
I was staying at family, friends, and relatives. I'm currently couch surfing. I don't have anywhere to stay.
Well, okay. I mean, during this period in time, were you in the unit?
During this period of time, I was not in the unit. I was staying at a family friend's house.
Had you notified the landlord of that?
Yes, I did.
In writing?
Yes.
You have a copy of the writing?
I submitted a paper in writing stating that I would not be paying rent, that I wasn't staying in the property.
I understand what you're telling me.
Mhm.
Do you have a copy of what you gave to the landlord?
Yes.
All right. Have you shown the landlord that?
Yes, Your Honor. The defendant also refused entry for repairs during that time without her being present. And so our argument is that she failed to mitigate the damages. Additionally, repair was made that same evening to the leak in the ceiling that was caused by the HVAC system above her unit. So it had leaked through. She called in sometime after hours. By 10:30, 11 o'clock that evening, we have maintenance here on site to provide testimony that they provided immediate repairs, including fans. Within a week, they had a professional carpet company out there that provided additional remediation, including repair or cleaning the couch and the rug. And the repair itself was completed by the 19th.
Your Honor.
And this occurred on the 5th.
Your Honor, that's not true. On the date, I was at work that they came to repair the apartment. Maintenance entered my home.
Ma'am, let me ask you this. Did you let them into the unit
Yes.
to make the repairs?
Yes. The date that she mentioned, I was not home. The maintenance guy called.
Are you disputing that they made the repairs?
No, I'm not disputing that they made the repairs. They did enter my home and make the repairs.
Okay.
On the 19th, after the leak happened on the 6th. They did not reach out and let me know when they were supposed to come. I had got no notification when the repair was supposed to be made. I had went up to the office multiple.
So, but why would that?
I'm sorry.
Why would that matter?
What's your question? Why would what matter?
You called in a leak. They came and fixed it. We're all in agreement on that.
They did not come. I called in the leak. No one communicated with me. I called in the leak the night that it happened. 2 employees came and he pulled out where the leak had came from because they said that they had not fixed or changed the filters out. The filters were supposed to be changed every 6 months. I had been living there for 9 months and nobody came.
That's fine, but that you called in a repair. What you're telling me is that they came out that night, right?
They came out that night and put a blower in my house and just told me to leave it on the ceiling and on my furniture that had been ruined. Yes.
But
the leak was not fixed that exact night.
okay, but they don't necessarily have to fix it. They tended to what your complaint was, right?
Correct.
And then at some point within those next 2 weeks, they fixed it. You would agree, right?
No, it was not within 2 weeks.
I thought the 16, 19.
Your Honor, the drywall took additional time.
The drywall.
The drywall took additional time.
But the leak was fixed.
The leak was remedied. And then once the leak was confirmed, they did wait, I believe, a couple of weeks to confirm that the leak was finally fixed. It was moisture from the leak that had not been an issue for several weeks.
The drywall herself after repair.
And
Did you do
Well,
that?
she says she was just
Maintenance
draining
had
leftover
previously
water to
told me
protect
that
her
if a-
furniture.
Okay.
The photo evidence
Hold on.
doesn't lie, but neither
Now,
does the frustration
you need to
in her
answer
voice.
my question.
Here's the tension.
Put a hole
She's
back in
arguing
the
from
drywall?
emotion and
No, I
lived
did not
experience,
intentionally put
while
a
the
hole back
landlord's
in the
attorney
drywall.
relies on
I allowed the
documentation.
water
It's the
to
classic courtroom
flow into
clash,
a bin
art
instead of
versus
on my
evidence.
couch.
And that brings up a bigger question. In housing disputes like
After they
this,
made the
do
repair?
courts lean
Yes.
more on
What
empathy
date
or
was
cold?
that?
Hard
19.
proof. Drop your thoughts below. Whose side are you on so far?
And they had a third party, correct, and they had a third party drywall company come out to provide repairs. At that time, once the repairs were complete, the tenant did, or the defendant did come back home. There was wet paint from the repair, and she proceeded to poke a hole back through the ceiling. That is where the charge came from. The property did not charge her for the initial drywall. They charged for the secondary repair because she poked a hole in, alleging that it was moisture from the leak that had not been an issue for several weeks.
Did you do
created
that?
additional repair.
Maintenance had previously told me that if a
Okay, hold on. Now, you need to answer my question. Did you put a hole back in the drywall?
No, I did not intentionally put a hole back in the drywall. I allowed the water to flow into a bin instead of on my couch.
After they made the repair?
Yes,
What date was that?
19.
Your Honor, we have a photograph of the hole in the ceiling that indicates it's over the door. There's no couch underneath that photograph.
Your Honor, the hole where the leak had happened, my furniture was there. They had, in their counterclaim, said that I denied them entry and that I damaged their property. I was just trying to get my problems resolved so that I could leave the property voluntarily. I was reaching out to compliance and upper management to
This
discuss.
rent is for what period?
It is for the period of July, August, and I believe part of September.
I moved out September 17th, right after our first hearing,
And the leak occurred when?
August 6th.
So why wasn't July paid?
July wasn't paid because I discovered black mold in the building.
Your Honor,
In the building?
Yes. Throughout the building, there was black mold.
Was there black mold in your unit?
No, sir. There were immensible other problems that I was facing while living there that contributed to me not paying rent.
Tell them you weren't paying rent?
in August, we received, or my client received notification in August after the repair had been partially made and the drywall was pending, indicating she was not.
How long, when did you move in?
I moved in January 24th of
So
2021,
January,
but they,
hold on, January, February, March, April, May, June, you paid rent.
yes, on time every month
So the black mold came in when?
in July.
All of it?
Yes.
It just appeared.
The black mold, it came from an apartment that was also leaking water on the first floor. There was also an apartment leaking
So
water
the
on
black, hold on, the black mold just started to exist in July?
The black mold did not just start to exist in July. It's when I became aware of the problems that not only I was
So when
facing,
you
but the other
didn't pay
tenants.
July, did you tell them this is why I'm not paying my July rent?
No, Your Honor.
Then you've got a problem. Even if true, which I have my doubts. So what I'm going to suggest you do, and then is why don't you take a moment to talk
Yes, Your Honor.
and see if you can resolve it. I will let you know, young man, I'm seeing certain problems with what you're telling me regarding any type of solution to this in terms of the monetary amount. But we can all have our positions. I'd suggest that you talk with counsel and see if you can work it out. If you can't, then I'll take you back and we're going to work it out.
Okay.
Thank you, Your Honor.
But I don't know that you really want to talk to me today. But I'm always happy to talk to you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Much later.
Does recall the case of Clark Road versus Baker.
Good morning, Your Honor. Attorney Samantha Sprague, Pete 1931, appearing on behalf of the plaintiff.
Hi, Your Honor. We weren't able to come to
I
an
need
agreement
your
with the
names.
Dejan Baker.
All right. Are we on the
we weren't able to come up with an agreement. I would like to request that this case proceed to trial. I've been dealing with ongoing issues regarding Huron Vista, including attempts to charge me additional amounts that I don't believe are fair. I also want to note that when I moved in, I was not given a properly signed lease. There were more inconsistencies with rent charges, my move-in date, and prorated
Ma'am,
rent.
did you pay the rent?
Huh?
Then I don't know what you mean by a properly signed lease.
When I moved in, I did not have a signed lease. I did not sign a lease.
Okay, but you stayed there, right?
Correct.
You paid rent.
Under the impression I had a signed lease.
That's the only reason you paid rent?
No, Your Honor.
In the moment you stayed there and paid rent, the tenancy was created. So I'm not sure why you are bringing up the fact you're saying there wasn't a properly signed lease.
Because I would like to move forward and take this to trial. I don't believe I'm getting my points across.
You don't believe what?
I'm getting all of my points across.
Oh, no, I'm understanding them. But they, quite frankly, I'll be honest with you, I mean, I'll hear the case, had evidence to put on, but I'm not clear what you're really arguing.
What I'm arguing is that I did find the paper that I reached out and submitted in writing about the black mold when I found it in July. I did reach out to the apartment complex. I would like a court reporting attorney. I don't feel.
That doesn't happen in the civil case, ma'am.
Okay.
If you're going to go to trial, you're going to have to try it yourself. And my question is, are you prepared to do that? Because you're going to be bound by all the same rules, the court rules, evidentiary rules that counsel would be bound by.
Yes, Your Honor, I understand.
You're prepared to do that?
Yes, Your Honor.
I don't understand what your defense is to this.
My defense is that since I've lived in this apartment complex, I have not gotten any communication in regards to my problems that I faced living there. I've reached out and talked to more than 5 property managers that's worked there in the past 9 months. All of my problems were not fixed. They were completing work orders that were not actually completed. They were just marking them as complete.
Ma'am, what did they not do?
Anything.
No, that's not an answer.
They did not fix the leak. They did not. I'm sorry.
What do you mean they didn't fix the leak?
Give me 1 second. Landlords are legally required to keep the.
I don't need to be read anything. You have told me that they did not fix the leak. I just went through the whole thing. You agreed they fixed the leak. So what do you mean they didn't fix the leak?
What I mean by they didn't fix the leak, they did not communicate with me as a tenant to give me the communication of when they were going to enter my apartment and how everything was going to get handled. No one communicated back to me in any of the responses when I've reached out to them and let them know the problems that I were facing living there.
Did they fix the leak?
Yes.
So what do you think them, if it's true, which I'm having some doubts, that they didn't talk to you at all? What are you claiming that's worth?
I'm claiming that that's worth the $1,790 that they initially brought me to court for.
Because they didn't talk to you?
They didn't communicate and they entered my apartment without permission. They violated my rights. Not only one.
You call, say I have a leak. They at some point, because that's an emergency situation, enter your property. And that's your claim?
They entered my property the same night to fix the leak. And then they tried to enter my property 2 weeks prior to the leak happening to enter my property to fix it with no communication. They came to clean my couch a week after the problem had already happened and my couch was ruined. That's a $2,000 couch that was ruined. The leak was not only in just one part of my apartment, it spread throughout the whole entire apartment. There were cracks in the ceilings that were supposed to be repaired from construction that never showed up.
Them entering your unit inconvenient.
It inconvenienced me because I was not only dealing with just
You know
the
what?
leak.
You got your witnesses here today.
I do. You're
I'm going to squeeze you in because this is going
I also have a
to
witness.
be a quick trial.
I also have a witness here.
That's fine. I'll hear from everybody, and then I'm more than happy going to render that. The only issue is that I have criminal cases; those have to take precedence.
absolutely.
But I'm ready to hear this today. It's not going to take time at all. I'm going to tell you right now because I do not. I'm going to let you know, young lady. I will hear anybody's claim. I do not understand your claims, and the claims don't make much sense to me.
And I will make sure that I will make them make sense.
They don't make sense to me. Young lady, I'm trying to communicate something to you. I've been doing landlord-tenant for over 35 years. Your claims don't make sense. But if you want to go ahead and call witnesses, do all the questioning, go through all of that, we'll do it.
Okay.
And then I'll render my decision and you're stuck with it.
Thank you, Your Honor.
And there you have it, a chaotic tenant-landlord battle that ends mid-conflict with a frustrated judge and an emotional tenant determined to prove her case. From missing rent payments and alleged leaks to communication breakdowns and legal confusion, this case highlights a key truth: documentation wins in court. Whether you're a tenant or a landlord, written proof is your best defense. So, what's your verdict? Was Deja wronged, or was the landlord just following the law? Let us know in the comments.